K-Bar TV, voice of the voices.
Memamo akwaba eba K-Bar TV. So na K-Bar TV there, and I'll bet all the trending issues. It was therefore a fifu free dear pin epo etofoma K-Bar TV. Yeah, the bebro.
Now, Mamma Konam Kocha DB, Muntie Galway. Jandam then you.
So, kaya me ana metiana na me kata bi because someone so can and one. Never someone called the more luzukra because they will do so around me. NPP before by 2017, what they told us was that most of the contract not your exaggerated cost, no. And you are here renegotiation of the impact me they put history. It's in our present mama video or say NPP for a month generation capacity account here me say 2014, 2015. The reason why the NBC time no doom son was about what? A generational capacity. And before by no we renegotiation, we see a new generational capacity. Problem with them. But the problem that we had was about what? Financial capabilities. So why are we going back to them so? So between NBC and NPP, no big didn't drop. And that's why Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy must be bold. They must have the balls to come and tell us the truth. Excuse my French. Because it's doing so here. And I didn't hear you. I didn't issue on here. Causing financial loss, baby. We go to the jail. We go to that jail because there's no reason why. I also signing power purchasing agreements. I need to get it all. People don't read. Me patron generation we more read you. Generation where movie at all NBC winning. They have super majority in parliament, but Ghana need be our Ghana our citizen. And there was a very important to you. They say you must read the fine details, the terms of contract. You don't want taxpayers' money. Now more you talk about you be strain anado. You be strain about me. Amasa who strain no one strain you do taxpayers' money. Na you be koto kaniano. You the bet you about miaka. Who pempo you the bet you about miaka. You can see him till thy kingdom come. You the old tax no bet you aneka. You the old tax better petrol mano. You the old tax better adiania mano. Understand the issue.
People should see you in a different way. People to see you say you have changed your ways by changing the criminals. What's that the Afenoma now the 137 echo position enya 80 woman as a begin parliament. You are telling us say the fooling you were fooling that we did not like, you know. You still don't care. You don't even respect us. So the same fools now say they will begin parliament. The NPP as a political party, they lack common sense. They are stupid. Now, John Mahama has been president for 3 days. Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman has been vice president for 3 days. NPP tribal Jandam journalists won't be started. And what they are trying to do now, and say they want a year end doomsday crisis now hanging around albatross a day in Ayukumna a Ghana na we are trying to solve no 3 days now John Mahama be the president no right now they are trying to tell Ghana for say John Mahama na de a doomsday no eba na now the dankweku for that na Ghana so 8 years on the baumia 8 solid years. Every single day on Metina Power from 2017, they told us to say we have excess power. Now, Pobe the energy minister. Amewood the energy minister. Napo the energy minister. And the Kwasi when the energy minister. Now, the question here is, so Uba and I was na John Mahama solve a doomso. And I will be solve doomso and a sour excess power. Also, John Mahama ja excess power. Eye den na uja free power 3 days. Na yenya eye petrol and power generators. It as a normal Ghanaian, no, why should I blame a president or a government that has led for only 3 days? Office kro mo betina kra yenyan sorting office ne out. Baby John Mahama betina assign documents kra yenyan cleaning ho wiye. Minister John Mahama be yikura no onyan yi wiye. The cabinet nye ready. The vice president office crown on setting it up in year. This is a preparatory period. They are trying to put a government together. Even parliament that was sworn in before John Mahama, a president, you know, they are still having orientations. Parliament. is still having orientation. Parliament impo the majority of they have to be refreshed, they have to be taught how the standing orders work. Parliament crampono is not operational. So what will make a journalist today quickly go on radio or on TV to say NDC abano or some solve dum so now in 3 days you may power no or now what they are trying to do no and then they say they want to force you to believe say John Mahama dum saba because omo party NPP no I say Ghana and my catch them Sanko from the radio city TV so majority of them they don't wish this government well. Now, so when you're careful, na so mo kasa o TV so a obeju so mo nyansa 99% of them they are foolish and ignorant. They are stupid. They are enshrined in their tribe. Until they are not able to separate omo tribe no from issues. We all need to ask very, very, very vital, simple questions. You bring answers. How can the government come to power 3 days? Na u blame for doom so how? How do you do that? When time Amin Adams kind budget, what happened? The mini budget before we crossed over to 2025. What happened?
Broadly.
She doesn't understand the issues and acting as if she understands the issues. That's my problem with this international transfer something. My issue with this thing, I don't know. Wabon on Jintumsa wabon. You see what they are trying to do? Right now, no. They want it to look like, say, 3 days now, John Mahama about power, no. The problem that has been there for 8 years, no. It is John Mahama who has to solve it. It's a money problem. It is not generation problem. There be any problem. But when Timian can't just say, Ekufu Adeba Omia to be the 1 megawatt, eka, and I say 1 megabyte, whatever you want, eka, Ghana power, who 1 can, no. It's fine. Right now, no. Ni issue ni say NDC and NPP will be try and draw. Why they try and draw? This girl, or the most daftest girl I mean who on TV, on radio. Wa bon. You can say oba bon. We were born. And you know the funny thing? Obia wa bon, they be or try in their head and they think they are smart until when they start to spew nonsense. They feel so confident in their nonsense, no more spew, no. So it makes them feel so many answer. When you listen to this thing, dear Nana Oka, well, as small can any tin in the 9 way. As someone all can niti and in the 9 away. You people don't read, and a generational problem, and a capa missing as someone in the crack and saying. The crack say, you blame the new government now, Bano. I didn't doom so be ba. But in your own statement, you say, May not do so ho. And I'm a so June. You admitted Senna doom so ho as John Mahama power. But did you tell the people no muti to say when a transition team met Ekufuado's government and asked them about to say diesel any crude na I was here the power generators no matter how say anything else stop it WAPCO from the maintenance because talk abano. Why didn't you tell them to Ekufuado man talk? Adena mama santisem mumu biye Jimmy Musa. Adendra. Enjoy your santinina with NPP ako positioner. Ghana issues bar. And also try now with the NDC. Why now NDC they are lying to you? Who is lying to you in the NDC? Why now NDC they are lying to you? You need to be questioning the government that was in there for 8 years. That was the same thing as J.A. Kufuor. He did a lot of mess. Or say Chrono or we no danisha tamil sinsem. Oye single span salary ebeto ho or we no dan no kwatena pepo so. Kufuor be free power or kwa redenomination or we no kwatena pepo so. Kufuor be free power and dum so ojamu sha tamil sinsem. Ya buy na say atamils ni NDs na dum so aba. En kwasiade we na masa start biem no. We have to dissect the government that just left office. Ede no mujato ho. That is the question we ask. Because as we speak today, there is no document about John Mahama Ayejuma. It's been 3 days. So why are you sitting there? The question we need to be asking is, so what did the government before do? Because we were here and na kwasiaba na po beka kire Ghana for say yen enko timetable ye ton chire and yet do something a timetable. So why have we forgotten the lapses and the corruption now leading to a dear Echo Sunday to come and blame this government because kwasiaba or party free power? Who said we are not going to take care of Ekufuado? Last metina ka kire mo me say Ekufuado obi ambodi tu obi ankuno ono abe within 6 months ono a ne boni be kuno na Ekufuado obe yare obewu obi ambodi tu boni Ekufuado edi no ebe kuno because eyo NPP no and you are so daft on anytime can say nipa na we be radio na we ti so no sanko is smarter than nipa we yanko obehu say this is where the weakness is. Because asema wo kan ni ti ene ne nan ewen asem na wo kan say eye den eye NDC and NPP they align for the past 8 years. Has NDC, have they been in charge of anything in Ghana? NDC even in parliament when they try to stop these fools from doing what they are doing, na mon kwasi what the radio, so you don't want to speak on it. Inti dum so bande na dum so be koswa for 3 months. Why are you blaming John Mahama? Why? When John Mahama says he's going to come solve problems, sir. Into a two problem, that's a problem that on any so catch one. Was ya buying 2 call Peace FM Ura studio ho. Now obey a Jumana, ya sign a contract Ura ha Mike in hono. Because Mike in Uko Busasa Mike when a chess you are against a management. There's no mic. The mic is going to help you to work. The question is, before they came into power, these people were supposed to buy diesel. They refused to buy it. They used the money. So the question we need to be asking the past government is, why don't we have diesel? Because you can't tell me 3 days diesel in Asa. So tell us, how did this happen? Because even these people are about power, 3 days, they have not signed any document. So why don't we have diesel sitting there? People don't read. Now who read what you are saying? When you read, how do you understand what you read? How do you understand? You cannot say saying, oh, there me yama girl when you say wabong, but I just want to answer. Ya follow Peace FM no. Ura studio say oko kind news no. Oko a mic in no. Oko question management say where is the mic? There's no mic no. And it say what time management no. You are calling them because that is what is going to help you do your job. Now, the NDC government came into office. This government told us they have solved them so, and that we will not have a generational problem or whatever problem. At this point, after 3 days, there's no light, there's no diesel. Into what are we blaming the NDC? I didn't blame John Mahama and the NDC for. Why are you telling us the NDC is not telling you the truth? The people who are supposed to be questioned, on question tribal political party, no, question them. Busomo, I didn't. Why are we here after 3 days? I didn't John Mahama by omunum diesel nina. The day near Sir John Mahama ino, omukonum petronina. Mumusan kwasi afo no na chichide di omanimu no say. E dey na mo ka kire didn't you people tell us that you people have made sure that we have energy, we have diesel to power our generators? And these fools sit on TV. Now mo ka kire Ghana for say they should read. There so be already be at the any fool can read. Any fool can read. Kwasi bia to make kind. Na entiasia ni nehia kwasie bia to me kenkan or twi bia to me kan news or radio so na news no send be make nyansa no ene nehia enti you don't read the youth of this day who read enya international eyi na beboy a wo da bewo who read no utini e de pem ban ene e bo to. The issue is, how did we get here today? Sanka John Mahama's administration they have been in power for 6 months, 7 months. Now me experience do so, then I'll be like, you know something? At least the people who left office, they were able to leave a backlog. I know. Answer on free office, no, they made sure said diesel the power plant are running. You were supposed to run from there. Before John Mahama entered office, near Doom plant, diesel new ho. Now the question America catch Ghana for they don't read. They don't read in Ghana because what about international? What to the international Albert in America into Ghana for they don't read. And there was some pre with Eddie Pokra for with him to just or Koko. Sam Kwasiade way no mobile from now. And we are not supposed to stop. We are not supposed to stop. We need to stay on them because with him, Ade way a deliberate. And some now say, okan ne nsem na akoduru baby no osian baomia obetia ne kasa na ne Akufo na oblemu no what she is trying to tell you when they say abana woto no wato ababoni. That is what this thing is trying to tell you. The opposite catch on say adentina woto abama Mahama. Don't blame baomia, don't blame Akufo. Kwasia, we shouldn't blame them. Who should we blame? For 8 good years these people were paid. For 8 good years they told us that omo power generators. And then 8 good years, 3 days away from power generators in Nedum. And now yama visa na bedroom so good. I did him na empower Ghana. Mona mahemu son. Yama visa na bra na bedroom so good. Now Johnson in your diesel na petrol generator in your juma. Mo yam kwasiafo. Yam mamu chance ni biem. Me humba bebre wo radio so. Opa oba wa bon wo radio so as I get away. I'm telling you. When in your catch no one radio with the ultimate catch you uko radio so come despite the obejo kwasi asam na no radio so she knows nothing ombre wants me enchire na de ombre wants it. So the jandam now more person this is how they want to start it. This is the strategy. So right now they are going to make you feel say problem here John Mahama they are going to make you feel say well abana woto and one to abapa John Mahama has been president for 3 years 3 days 3 days 3 days. In 3 days, when we Juma John Mahama 3 days when we Juma John Mahama Kwasiafo betina Ghana so 8 years. E Juma John Mahama in 3 days in Kwasiafo ntuma nyebi. 3 days we are on radio screaming and want to bring our stupid tribal things out because your party free power. Kwasiafo NPP ba power. When ntuma kan okra nkyere Kwasiafo wi. Mo betina radio so na mo to be. Na mo bubu be. And we the anesthesia bina so we the obey the den and the animo and aban we the kwasiaba and the wenya no ebe ka say NDC who be advise NDC who be blame NDC 8 years mo betra radio so na mubu be kwasiafo 8 years 2017 kwasiafo ba power na betra kurum ha ade na wantenem 8 good years mo betra radio so ye betuma bo mo voice a kire mo ehona na mubu be an ye de anim ewiase de nipa bu a wotu mo fo mo nte na aban de se ne ebe ye no ontumi nka asem no ende we say John Mahama ni NDC aba omo de omo ya accommodate nkwase asem enti I say ote ebuom wo hwe na no fia seven I say ote ebuom I say antrohwe e na otete mic ase na okeka nkwase asem why wenim say antrohwe ba etete mic ekika nkwase asem question the administration na omo say omo de omo ya adwuma no share a car at the billions of dollars every single time. IPPs, they are independent power producers, they were telling the government, pay us our money. Radio, so go and ask the IPPs how much this government is owing them. IPPs, no, billions of dollars they are owing them, they were not paying them. Every time these IPPs can say, unim, you pull it out. You can't afford to be after the money they just incurred debt. You people did not see anything wrong. Now, mo shade ma catch them. Dum so jandam monko Kelvin. Kwasia we so kasa.
Yes, Kwame. First of all, Orejinapo. He has every right to tell us the state of Ghana energy, the power. They make what I say. Mr. Krapa issue okay. Kwame.
Yes.
Let's also babontin. Ebe chire yen. DM original poor coming. You just swipe the person, but what many details? Say, what is left can only cater for this country for 5 hours, right? The oil now come for 5 good hours. So Nelson Kura Krapa no, it is never true. We left this a bit me cater for us for beer this period of time. Then we are sad, automatically you have assigned the media to cross check, and I say the media to chase that fact. So we will go there not obubio nano. Yeah, dear one can ask me yeah, we say but you see coming. Honorable Abujnapo.
Yeah.
My make us ask him with infantry. The oil
Kelvin.
Yes,
or right to do that to tell her the state. But Ghanaians are not interested. Ghanaians wouldn't be interested in this. I'm telling you. He made us to understand that government needs $50 million to buy fuel. That was about 4 months ago, 3 months ago, our parliament, as a ranking member of Energy and Mines Committee. He said it. So it is there that there's no money. And so today, Saaka only 5 gallons, even 1 liter. Obiad me said there was no money. You understand? That is why we voted against this government. The reason why they voted out this country, they voted out NPP. They say, state na ni woman and conforce ye $50 million to purchase fuel for the thermal plants. And $50 million na ye nyano. Adiano kwa na eko for medum. So we voted out NPP. Send ye by adianu dum kra. That is that. And what about power?
Yes,
Kwame.
Yeah.
Men are now what you conquer Ashanti region. And what you are he's not interested in the technical things going on. The debate. Go and look for this money. Go and fill the gas. Today is a doom so the bar. Obiabe catcher say Mahama brought Doomso. Akufo-Addo came to kill Doomso.
Yes,
then Mahama came again. Doomso is there. I'm telling you. Because he's giving us a picture. The American watch I say. Because Kwame Tias here. Say that be kwa. Nebi a free case bena.
Yeah.
Microphone ya juma. And I'm Mr. Kojo Preko. But maybe you Mr. Kojo Preko. Mr. Kojo Preko eko. Microphone is ni bi nya juma. We nya juma. Obi fufu eba. Nipa na oban because of that na a delivering koso intimi koso yi. Nipa na oban. And conforce Mr. Preko nyade. And ye didn't echo. Nipa na oban. He has no excuse to complain. Because listeners know at 8 a.m. Say delivering a here.
Yes, man.
Jamaican watch say it's a free say Mr. Preko nyade and yamana comedy perform. You have no right to complain about me buy microphones nya dwuma that, so nobody is interested in that. The otie na otie wan kokko no wonim saade no woni ha and wetie yai. They should move and go and work. Whether Herbert Grappa will come out with idea yo and yo say and so addressing here as I say more details. Yes, as a former energy minister, we need details. Jamaican what I say, but one farmer who loses. No. Yes, he's gone. That is why people were not interested in Boache Jacon's jargons. He was telling us that NDC have signed a contract, take-or-pay contract with independent power producers. We were paying $40 million every month. Nobody was interested in that. What we're interested in say keep the light on, because Mahama brought your friend say Ameri Mebwa. He brought Ameri and
car power.
Yes, car power. And 3 months before the election, there was no Doomso.
Yes, man.
Election 2016, there was no Doomso. It's a fact, Mebwa. So you came to power. Nessa normal air Kochua. Tell the people the truth and find question the previous government. They are gone. There's no amount of excuse, no amount of technicalities and legalities to tell us who the BB question and now do not go for say be or say be a sabi or we be papa bit in the baby. He's watching. So go and fix the problem, then
yes,
move
man.
on.
Yes,
don't go casting be the power. I would have wished, Kwame, this country yes swallow your egos. Now you borrow ideas. Salif Johnson told President Mahama, which I read it yesterday, that John, you have a major role to play as you leave the state house. You still have a major role to play to develop Ghana, Africa, and worldwide, because we need your competence. We need ideas. Some normal can American tis how other advanced countries no more advanced no. You call her de biani and your genetis how. Alan has the great transformational plan. He said that let us use nuclear. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is telling you that we use solar panels so that it can cut down the energy, cost,
Sir, wankasa watie Kelvin FM. Wabotai. Akọ any specialty in the end. Adebechi no yes sports. Adebechi no entertainment so. Or kasa de said you onim nyansa. Do kan nyina nkwasi asem. He's pained. Me pese me buso almost simple question. Sankofu amututu we amututu ntosiogu omo ho tapa. Did he know say na Ghana deca over $50 million and sana NPP free power? It took Abu Jinapor John to come and tell us on as a ranking member in parliament and Obeka Chere before elections to say Ghana deca. You hear this amount of money. Did he know? Sakwa not to know. Wakwashe Cambodia suit be a etwapai. Here are the Jango Paul. Wakwashe Cambodia suit etwapai ako eye race course akwaje tie. Ni shirt mu yakoyo tracing wo hotem ho because na adwene sa santufu agimi. Enti wabetina ho. Me see the question I want to ask him and that fool sitting there so he host no. They do no research. Obudi fufu mo ho kan mo ho bomb ben kwan. No betina radio so I'm calling my petition. The question is Sanka Jinapor John and the country before say you hear $50 million and over and say in your power anka winim. Why don't you ask the NPP say why didn't they tell us that? We are kwasia. We are dying. Muma Jimmy na muti radio so you don't understand what you are doing. Inti Sanka Abu Jinapor and the country about 3-4 months ago say you hear over $50 million. And sana Canadian ejina from some timer and think who out to one. I don't know when we saw NPP no. Say I didn't know one be country say kada ho. Kwasia and their own person can want them. But you are quick to say they should solve the problem. Sanka NPP no catch a year ago say a kadawa and kata problem would have been solved. And takwasie and kasikam near campaign and can solve this problem no. And ka $60 billion now mko Bank of Ghana no and can solve a problem no. Anka kwa siampenyi ka cathedral sika na nke solve problem no we Jimmy. So you knew. Why didn't you blame? Why were you not blaming the government for hiding such an information from us? You want to blame John Mahama? Kotreba. Mo ayana mo bodam. Mo ayana mo bodam. Mo je say nyina na edibo fro nkwan mo bodam. Mo bodam. Mo je say efo. Me say ana mo bodam wo ochina wo kan sports ochina wo kan entertainment na akwa ofrehe to so say onim nyansa asema wo kan nyansa ba akumpo nim nyansa enti John Mahama be the president 3 days no o party nkwasia party NPP na for 8 years they knew that they were building debt no omo hide from we Ghanaians no. You are not blaming those people but you are rather blaming a government that has been in power for 3 days or your chain. And that so because radio so near the juma mo obi na so bana mic ni nye juma na se nipa no na debia no ma me kire de omoye we mu foolish NPP boys so so okasa no osian ne ma ne na bi o konkoli edin obebo no nte da omo create impression bi to utrim say omo asefo ne de omo ye nkurasefo nti omo de omo nti bibia ase enti de bia so steady boys we wo asantefo radio so a no akobo kuro bi say me na bi o wan kwantambrade ono de obeti ase because opese unya idea bi say ono na asefo no nko school na asefo no de omo te say robot omo no you cannot convince them sa no mo de aye ye nuanom asantefo no bia beduru ha what is so akasa ne na bi otetema ne na bi e bi otesunyane dabi obebo din bi na wa kire wo say omo de omo ye nkurasefo enti omo nkurasefo de ohia ne kanea na wanka ne kura nche kurasini na ebe de no so ba ekromni eni tina na pokwa siampeni ka kire Ghana fo eni asantefo eni asanteman se omo de t-shirt ni gele every say na adwini mu no ebi mu ye nkurasefo enti sa small boy we nanimu ba we se amane na asia begina o say I solve it because we don't okay me see eye John Abu Jinapor from your own mouth o see ono na be ka kire say NPP for ye deca over $50 million. Did the NPP say it was a lie? We are Jimmy for na momodin say ye nyina ye mmoa te se mumu bi on momodin se mo betuma tena radio so amisinform Ghana for senka o ye journalist a onim nyansa o nya journalist o radio na ayefo and obetina bi so senka wo so ya branti a unim nyansa the first question you need to be asking is say so why didn't the NPP tell us that there was a death sitting there? Yeah, and then the chest unim nyansa with Jimmy mo de pain mo de tribe na ye edien mo de politics anything de bia no mo wie no na mo to da hot say akoko kontwa mo de tribe ni pain mo mfa nyansa enya politics and discussing national issues because the question is simple. So abino no hide a candy from Ghana for that abino is an abaya and it's obiatiomo and then we are not supposed to blame this government because there was death. When they call it or raises alarm, no, the same John Abujinapo, why are you not applauding him and telling the NPP they have deceived Ghanaians? Because for the past 8 years, it means NPP nimse ekada ho no mutinaso and omunimse debi no wini power adamo. Inti ende no sa better clear say na ekada why are you blaming John Mahama and the NDC? Echo you giant. Go back to your lessons. Oko church nyo be paper so oka se ba ko no ahwe a modwen se ye nyina ye Jimmy he on se okasa no o se krapa na oye se ECG boss se de no ebeka se no na nka o se krapa no den maye more clarification se ne be hu se ne beka se now what stops you from going to krapa to question him? We Jimmy for what makes you a media house? What stops you from calling Krapa on your show to question him and ask him those relevant questions? Oh, Chama Krapa na oya kromfo willingly wababo ncha beka nukra natural. Lazy ass niggas. And I'm utility radio so. Lazy ass niggas. Go there and work. Ojan Krapa no enembe cheche muncho. Question Krapa. Go to him and question him. But you are sitting there for the Krapa who is a criminal to come and tell you he's a criminal? You are not going behind the scenes to go do your own checks. When John Abujinapo raised the issue, said we needed $50 million. Did you approach the minister then? Did you approach the energy boss then? You are fools. We are more dirty people. Mono nama petition ko di bofro nkwa betra radio so a mo hunyanyanyan na mo tutu ntosuo mo bu nkwasi abe ene na mo pese Ghana fo gidi na mo de say kuro no. No. We need to be very, very honest in our deliberation and our discussions. Where is the problem coming from? Now just said John Mahama mobile and $300 million daho and who jua tibia or de asla any those contingency fund to one. Can you say we have a problem today? In Kwasia for we buy a debia John Mahama fund the bio creatibia in nine way with you they finished the money. They did not leave anything. Introduce John Mahama to scan come back just a power never doom. Who wants to be associated with Edum so we are boa. Hey mo me mamu warning. Me mamu serious warning. Because what you people are doing, you don't want this country to move forward. I have no problem when you speak the truth. I have no problem. So what can you create extra omo mutie una? Me no any problem yeah. But some person the mic way say krona. You better say first. And sometimes people are like Kevin. You are not supposed to say people should go after them. Massa, Mike back say and say Rwanda. Mike, one person. Because of lies. Because of lies. Into millions of people. Because of Kwasiebi. Na Semba Kubia. Or yeah, na just obe track crew. Into say the whole country. Let us not underestimate the power of a mic. Let us never do that. Let us not hide behind. We are not going to be then somebody. No, we need to let them understand. Because anything rules and regulations. Every job be your rules governing the job. There's a reason why when you become a journalist, when you sit on radio, there are rules and regulations you need to work within. Because the moment you get out of that periphery or that rule, no, you are causing chaos and you are basically causing harm. And that is what these people are doing. They are not sticking to the facts. They are stepping out of the facts and then touching on people's sentiment, nerves. They are trying to incite groups against a government. That is dangerous. And they need to understand. It is dangerous. It can destroy this nation. It can destroy a whole generation. You don't let any fool sit there and say, because your radio sunti, me say, let's take this simple. When a man who say a kadaho, that Napo or three mukrobo no Napo catch the Ghana for say the car. Yakobusa Napo say, a yet doom saba no say nyanko a timetable, kwasia for mutna ho di man kabibia. John Abujina pono oye NDC ne beka kire mo say meti committee so e ka da honie mukọ eye minister no question no manye mo sora no panama kwahye full suit abetena ho adan a ye ne e wa santimemu ye de tikers be ye ne nim nyansa. You could not approach the government. You could not pose the questions. You allowed the debt to swell. And after a couple of months, I could do $90 million. Odo kwasia de woto achinchere te wose onti ase na wona na bia oti konkono one de onti ase wo agimifo eno na ye dane no no ye be ma wona na te ase se wo udi na tro na ye pese oti no kure na se se bia mutwa atro to John Mahama so on the dum so ba ya and the Ghana for be hu no kure no ye mpeni biem e ma mutwa san tro no wona na oti konkono no ye be ka no kure akire no agimifo mutiti radio so na nkwase asem mutiti radio so mutu fin mon kenkan my adwene say ye de enka binyanko di ma o ga we de otomfo anka we de minim no we de menya na yi ase sankwase ade na muti radio so you are not looking at the bigger picture. You are not looking at the issues. Look at the real issues. Who is supposed to be blamed here? I nana kufu ade there or we biti baby into on the mfa no ho hwe. That is why we call account. Oh, when you get journalists sit on radio and TV to say the past government omo wi omo de enti eye damage omo be nyina no enya omo problem eye ne problem a oye kwasea. So tie journalists etna the radio so obi also ka politics e ka kire say oh aban na obaye no sa aban no omo be say bibia esi ade omo wie mu na mo power de ebe ma power no aye adwuma no say ye be kwakoso sankofo no pa. It's part of the governance. The accountability part is part of the governance. In kwasiafo we upama nne NDC for NDC NPP for Tringu Oma betena ho akem yehu bi da we dia witch hunting kwasia. How do you want us to solve our problems? How do you want us to get our money back? 90 million no and 50 million no why papa na emetua wo o ho apre a usu to ati no pastor out radio so e kasa utru mu nyina adori nsuwe wo ubetume $50 million. Where should we go get the money? Mahama ban den okasa another tax abeto so akwase ampen wa betena kase and the NDC and on the tax aba intin kwase afo no mu wie sika no. Why are you telling us omu de omu wie omu ti omu baby? No, they are still supposed to answer questions. They are supposed to be questioned. They are supposed to show us why this happened. Accountability is very vital when it comes to nation building. You cannot neglect accountability and expect a government to be able to succeed. No. Intimo sa jimi no Mumi enjai. The problem we are seeing today, NPP in the course here, and they need to prove to us say, and no more. I was say, omo sikano omutia. A whole journalist sit and say, Ekufuor the we are cotton or num ni into yena yembre. Into Ekufuor the name call for no, sika we you should not worry about it. But Mahama and Kope Sikambra, now papa no papa saying. Yakaso obi amfa papa asem na papa wasase. Yakaso obi anyi 20,000 Ghana obenyebi. Or free. Instead of you to demand people to account for their stewardship, no, or kwasi to wash a race course tie. Jin so unyansa chen, unya santinina, or no jina kejetia air tompo buano. I will say, what a case been in tea. Sa Jimmy Kasa Webi, and this is the Jandam. Sanyuma we yam penny koso. I am telling you, Ghanaians, yeah. Me started the 2025 season, I have not started. Me say 2025, I've not opened my season yet. But when it is necessary for me to step in, I'll step in. Anything in the umuha. And sign your way no person started to meet Mama Mani Juma. Let's give John Mahama the room to work. 3 days, the John Mahama, 8 years, Kufuor or the 3 days, the John Mahama Ghana. 8 years, Sankwasiafo went to manye. No pressure from anybody. No pressure. Because Kwasiafo, you didn't give Kufuor any pressure. No animal should give John Mahama pressure. He needs to work at his own pace. He is ready to serve and is willing to work. His experience, his record shows. The kind of people he's appointing now is showing, say, Monkwasi NPP, Jimmy for the gum. No pressure. No fool should try to come sit on radio. Baby, ma NDC for pressure. Baby, yes, I didn't there. And they won't take a break because speed in there, banner. I bet it's some force in Muchino. You people should get these things right. John Mahama and the NDC. Every government to be a baby, we have the right to criticize the government. It's a fact. We'll be able to criticize them, but it should be constructive. You need to have facts. It needs to make sense. But so why I didn't be say or power no or when people need free power into person by force or the pressure be by NDC so and the Ghana nenya would de and yes so you de. We are going to stay on you fools for a long time. We are not going to stop. We are going to kill Jandam. John Mahama, Professor Nano Pokuajiman, NDC government, no pressure. 8 years, kwasiafo mama mo pressure. Ekufuori to me ba asantimemu, no akache kwabere for some kwasiafo onyo mo kwan don pere mo ye. Nwan na mo mbe ma hyehyɛ mo nantem se mfui mo ntuma nkasa. Achichidie we a sebio yetuli hyehyɛ box mu koton no. Oba asantimemu de na konwa betena so. Eka kire mu nyina mu gu asantimemu se kwabere for omofam kwasianko onya kwan omonto mu nyina mo be ma dane te se de poki hyehyɛ mo nantem mo tena ho din toto be. Kwasiafo mo be aba. Ahana mo bebube. Ahana mo be kyerɛ mmɛma asɛm. Mo mmɛma asɛm no maka hyɛ dɛ mo ma ne nka mo nantem. No pressure from nobody. John Mahama is going to work. You have the right to criticize. It should be constructive. Don't try. Ma obi a menya na adwene. Nobody in Ghana on Hinio, Sofuo, Konfuo, nobody can give John Mahama pressure. Money bosom netna 8 years. Money to man pressure. Man from kwasi amaha. We are ready to help build this nation. See, NDC government is not wronger. People like us, we will use the facts to criticize them. Yeah. When the NDC government is wronger, I will not just come and sit here and say, hey. I'll bring the documents to criticize them. That is what we are going to do from today. Bring your facts to criticize. Do not use that's our pain, that everlasting pain that is going to be there for about 36 years. And some who power be, don't try and use that everlasting pain to try and confuse Ghanaians. Yenjimi biemu. We are going to make sure the right things are done. We are going to make sure the government is given the room to deliver. We are going to make sure, say, every single thing be Obia need the right to think, say, obey to me the pain, yaw, be an party, and kwastia party be every power, any tribe or time be babatina radio. So you people won't take your break. John Mahama, no pressure. Professor Nano Pokuajiman, no pressure. They are the presidents in Ghana. They work and we believe in them. There's hope today. And we will make sure we guide them. We try everything possible to criticize them constructively with the right evidence to make sure they deliver for Ghanaians. That's it. Wow, why you so
K-Bar TV, voice of the voices.